Welcome back to MFO, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. Megan, I have been getting phone calls, text messages, emails requesting that we talk about this topic, and I think they want me to do something about it. And quite honestly, I don't have any power to do anything about it.
You have a lot of clout in a lot of areas
I have
of
no
life.
clout. I have zero clout, but it is something that I thought was important to talk about. We did an episode a week or so ago about the opens and where they're going. And people have just been, I can't stop fielding phone calls and text messages about this. So we will be back right after this. Stick around, guys. Welcome back to Mark Fisher Outdoors, everybody. I'm Mark Fisher.
I'm Megan Fuller. But before we share,
I
just
little
wanna,
tease I get.
I just want to say, if you guys like what we talk about, please hit that subscribe button, and the like button in the comments. So if you guys comment, maybe you'll see me more often. Who knows?
So you want me to tell you what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I'm around you all the time, and
you don't know.
this under wraps.
Well, here's the thing. Like I said, today was just the end. And every day it goes on. Every day that anglers are being held hostage, it's like day 13 of the angler hostage crisis, and I'm getting calls and calls like, have you heard anything? And it's about the opens. I mean, they've released and they leaked the information about where the lakes were for the opens, but they didn't release the dates. And so anglers know where they are, but they don't know when yet, which means they can't pick, like, am I going to fish the opens this year? Am I going to fish the invitationals? Am I going to fish the MPFL? Am I going to fish a combination of this and that?
Are the lakes in the same? Are the lakes in the order that it's going to go in?
They're in the order. We know what order, but we have no idea what the dates are, which means you don't know if it conflicts. So if I wanted to, for example, if I wanted to fish the invitationals and one set of the opens, I can't decide that yet because I don't know when the dates are. And why would
B.A.S.S,
why
are they doing that?
Why would they be holding out? The tournaments, the opens are done. They've announced the 9 guys that are qualifying for the elites. It's over with. They've got no reason to be holding on that I can think of.
You said the opens are done.
The opens are done for this year. They're finished. So, you can see maybe, well, we're still fishing. We don't want to take away from the fact that guys are still competing to try and earn a spot on the elites. So we don't want to add more information out there until that's done, and then we've got a new information cycle that we can now release the schedule for next year. But there's no reason to be holding it. And here's what this does, guys, is it puts, like I said, we can't choose. We've got the calendar working against us. We got, I got to be honest, the economy working against us, because from a standpoint of selling a boat, making sponsorship decisions, going out and, quite honestly, marketing yourself to sponsors. You can't say, well, I'm going to be fishing the opens, or I'm going to be fishing the invitationals, or I'm going to be fishing a combination of both, or this or that. You can't talk to sponsors about what it is. I'm thinking about maybe doing it, but you don't have the information. And I'm just curious, and all of these calls that I'm getting is, well, have you heard anything? No, I haven't heard anything, because it's not out there. But the reality is why would they be holding it? What would be the reason?
I have no idea. But how we talked about how, like, the politics and the polarizing? Could it be that they are so, like, trying to keep everyone so separated that it's like, okay, we're not going to give any information about the opens because now people absolutely have to choose?
Pick one or the other.
One or the other?
Isn't it interesting that it makes you think that there's actually an agenda to do that?
Well, there has to be some kind of agenda for some reason.
Who knows?
They're not just like, oh, we forgot.
Well, no. What you are bringing up is exactly what a lot of guys have said when they're calling. Like, what would be the potential agenda that they have? And what you just identified is one of the things that a lot of guys, and I don't know, maybe I'm being naive. Maybe I don't want to believe that that's what it is. You know, for all I know, they got a Chamber of Commerce somewhere that they still haven't finalized something with.
If
right?
they were having issues with the Opens and the Invitationals, then you could say, okay, there's something going on within the states. Like there's an issue that's with each state, Chamber of Commerce, or they're trying to work out the specifics or what have you. But the fact that the Invitationals is all done, figured out, it's weird to me that one organization can complete their calendar and have their schedule done and the other organization can't. It would make more sense if either they both could not.
Yeah, if
or they both did.
And again, if there were two different organizations that weren't getting it out, you'd be thinking, well, one's waiting for the other or something like that. I believe, I know the MPFL hasn't put out their schedule, but they identified that they said a month ago they wouldn't be coming out with their actual schedule until sometime in late October. So they at least came out and said, we will not give you the actual dates until, and they had that issue with the hurricane where it pushed one tournament back and they had to reschedule. So I get that the MPFL is going through a lot of schedule changes, and that's their priority. They got to get through this season before they announce next season, and so that I get. But why the Opens haven't announced, why they would let it leak where the lakes are, but not come out and say what the dates are, that's beyond me. I think you got a theory. I'm interested to hear what your theories are about it. We're all sitting here checking B.A.S.S fan and everything every day, kind of going, well, do we know the dates yet? Do we know the dates yet? And I know my frustration is I'm sitting here like, I got a lot to do. I got a lot of decisions that I got to make, and I can't do anything until I get the information. So I don't think this is going to change anything, but at least we get to vent a little bit.
There you go.
Guys, we appreciate you tuning in, and we will see you again on the next Mark Fisher Outdoors. Take care, everybody.
Stay channeled.